So it was before Liberty.
Good. Yeah. Good morning, guys and girls. Keith and Rob here with you this morning. And who will be the best ranked team to get upset today? TCU. Texas is going to beat them today.
USC? Yeah, let me take USC.
Are you live, Rob? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am. Mike took USC, so it's just before Mike took it. It would have been about 2 or 3 picks.
Under.
We're trying to figure out who took USC and Colorado. I got Harris down twice, but I like Texas today. Keith likes Texas today, and that's -7. So we think they're going to win.
Tennessee and the over.
So you went too far up. You got to go backwards.
Yeah.
You was at USC. Yeah. So probably 2 minutes. Probably I would say 2 minutes, maybe 3.
Okay, here's the beginning of it, Rob.
No TCU, Alex did.
30. USC 60 is the over-under count. I think the nominate Colorado as dumpster fire review. Number 1.
So he took USC and Oval.
I was thinking more along 80 themselves, but yeah, USC and the over. Go with Colorado.
Oh, okay, so Keith, you took it Colorado.
Yeah.
I'll go with the over.
Yeah.
I did take the over, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with you.
All right.
Gotcha. So it was Harris that took USC. Got it. So you got a point.
I got 1 point on
Mike,
that, yeah.
Right. Mike gets 2, and then everybody else gets
What was the final score?
55-17.
All right.
38.
38. And it was 34?
Yep.
On one score, the last score, I guess. Or maybe unless it was a field goal. Alex, how are you doing, man? I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to you there for a moment, but Rob had asked me a question. I tried to get him the answer.
And he got it for me.
And I got it.
We got Missouri against Tennessee today. All of us like Tennessee today, folks. 3 touchdowns, we don't care. We think Tennessee can cover that number. Liberty and Connecticut. Liberty's a 14 and a hook favorite this week. Harris doesn't like them. Keith likes the under with Liberty. I like the over with Liberty today, playing Connecticut. Indiana, Ohio State. Harris says Ohio State probably will score 57 themselves. Everybody else went with 41 points and took Indiana. LSU -3 against Arkansas. Arkansas just did not look good last week, and I know LSU was playing better. So a bunch of us took LSU. A couple of us took Arkansas. Purdue against Illinois. Illinois 6 and a hook favorites. We all went with Illinois, giving up a touchdown, except Mike. Notre Dame against Navy. Notre Dame 17-point favorites, takes the points and takes Navy. So I took Notre Dame. Louisville, Clemson a touchdown favorite. We all went with Clemson in this ball game. Boston College, North Carolina State 19-point favorites. Harris and Keith takes the points and takes Boston College. The rest of us went with NC State. Maryland at Penn State. And Penn State 10 and a hook favorites. Me, Mike, and Tim all took Penn State and gave up the points. Everybody else went with Maryland and took the points. Nebraska at Michigan. Me and Larry, we took Nebraska and the +29. Everybody else went with Michigan today. Alabama at Ole Miss. Harris and Keith both took Alabama and gave up 11 and a hook. Everybody else went with Ole Miss. UCF at Tulane. Mike
What sticks in my mind is that Ole Miss game at LSU where they just got stomped.
Who was that?
Ole Miss, when they played at LSU, they just got run over. I mean, LSU just dominated that game, and I kind of find myself stuck thinking about that, and it's just hard for me to imagine Alabama coming off a loss, not doing the same thing.
Right, UCF going to Tulane. Tulane's a 2-point favorite. Mike and Tim giving up at 2 points and taking Tulane. Georgia. 16 the hook favorites going to Mississippi State. We're all split on this one. Harris, Keith, and Bob takes Mississippi State and the points. Me, Mike, Tim, and Larry, we took Georgia and give up a 16 the hook. Washington and Oregon. Oregon a 12-point favorite. We all ran with Oregon and gave the points up. Kansas State at Baylor today. Baylor's giving up 3. Rob, Harris, Larry, and Tim, we giving up at 3, taking Baylor. Keith, Bob, and Mike taking the points. North Carolina at Wake Forest. Keith, Larry, and Harris giving up 3.5, taking Wake Forest at home. Rob, Bob, Mike, and Tim are taking the 3 and a hook and taking Carolina. TCU at Texas. Yours truly and Keith, we're both taking Texas. We're giving points up here. But we've seen Texas play really good where they could have stuck with anybody in the country. I'm including Georgia. I'm including Ohio State. I'm including Michigan.
The thing with Texas that's mysterious to me is why their defense doesn't always play as good as they're capable of. Sometimes they just play great defense, and other times they'll give up a lot of points, and I just don't. I don't know why.
And Larry, Bob, Mike, Tim, and Harris all taking the 7 points and TCU. And that should be a good ball game today. Florida State at Syracuse. Florida State 6-point favorites. Me, Bob, and Mike, we're taking Syracuse and taking the points at home. Tim, Harris, Keith, and Larry giving up 6 and taking Florida State on the road. Stanford at Utah. Utah's 23-point favorite. We all went with Utah in this ball game. Arizona at UCLA, 19 and a hook. We all went with UCLA today. The game I want to look at is this Texas TCU game. It's coming on right here in 8 minutes. I really like Texas in this ball game, and I know Keith, you really, really liked them in the first game of the year when they played Alabama. You said all along.
Oh, it's like the third game of the year, but
was it third? Okay, and you said from then on, you said they had them beat. They had them beat, and you're right.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were on their they're the second string quarterback, and he was hurt. He couldn't after a while. I mean, not right away, but. Their second string quarterback, he got hurt, and then he couldn't really plant much on his leg to get good, anything much on the ball. But they still almost won that game. And the first string quarterback, I couldn't see Alabama beating him in that game if he would have stayed healthy.
Yeah, TCU Texas is not until 7:30 Eastern time. Oh, okay, we got you. Early games today. I don't know who all plays early. This Notre Dame normally does not play until 3:30 if they don't have to. They don't like to. But Navy has a say in that too. Navy would love to play a 11 o'clock game, a 12 o'clock game Eastern time. Wow. Maryland, Penn State. I'll tell you right now, Maryland. Keith says Maryland's going to stay within 10 points. Do you think they beat them straight up, Keith? Do they beat Penn State
again? I'm sorry, up? Maryland is playing who?
Penn State. At Penn State. Will they straight up beat them today?
Probably not, but I think it's possible.
10 and a half is what happened. And
Maryland's another team that's played, like a very competitive team at times.
deceptively well at times, and they've got 6 wins already. Already got their 6 wins.
Yeah,
And
Michigan was too much for them, but that was, I guess, Michigan's running game was too
But the
stout.
fact is, Michigan and Ohio State's right here. Penn State's right here, though. I think. I don't think
No,
Penn
yeah,
State's up
I
here.
don't think Penn State, is up in that near that level.
Yeah, I don't think. But I think it's probably Michigan, Ohio
Well-
State, Penn State's right here, and then maybe Maryland's just lower.
You know what?
But
If Penn State could
Maryland's
play
not-
Ohio
I
State,
think Maryland's.
if Penn State could have played Ohio State at Northwestern last week, they may have beaten them there in that wind.
Right, 30, 35-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah,
And
they might have beat them there.
Today,
but-
today it's supposed to be cold as crap. So, they're calling for snow and shit in different places. So it's going to be interesting. Will Michigan get snow? Will Penn State get snow?
Jordan
You know,
Spieth
well,
is a guest picker on game day right now.
Um,
Do you
Ladies
think
to
he'll win a
Auburn in
major
the-
next year?
no.
I don't either. Spieth just seems like in pressure spots, he just doesn't seem like he gets his putts in anymore.
He can't putt. I close
When the pressure really
I
builds.
close my eyes and I can close my eyes and hold my cat in one hand. I hold mom's cat. in
Yeah,
one hand, still
I think
putt on
he
the weekend.
there's something where he doubts himself too much right now.
Yeah, he's just not a good putt. He can't read putts either. Yeah, he can't read putts very well. But he misses short. He missed 4 and 5 footers. That's ones you can't miss to win majors. And now half the field's gone. You don't have to beat Dustin Johnson anymore. You don't have to beat Brooks Koepka anymore. You don't have to beat what's that kid from Australia? Probably the best player in the world right now. What the
From
hell's his
Australia?
name? The one from the mullet, the blonde, the blonde-headed kid with the mullet, a little bit of overbite. He's from Australia. He won a couple of majors last year. What the hell's his name?
Must be somebody I don't realize is from Australia.
Hey, Dar, what's that Australian golfer, the blonde-headed kid with the mullet? What, you laughing at me asking her?
Yeah,
What's his name? Cameron.
Not Smith, huh?
Yeah, Cam Smith.
Is that
Cam
it?
Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, Cam Smith. He's Australian.
Oh, he won the Open Championship, didn't he?
Yeah.
There were
right,
2 Camerons at the top of the leaderboard.
Right, it was one, and both of them I think have jumped over to. Both of them jumped over to live. I think.
Yeah. You think Justin Thomas will have a good year?
Yeah, I think he can play well because now you don't have to beat all these other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go. DeChambeau hit 400 yards. You don't have to. What's up, Robert? I didn't invite Bob. I can invite Bob real quick.
Yeah.
Got a couple of minutes here before we go.
That's still, I mean, I know you're more supportive of the LIV than I am. I just don't like the golfers being split up, is what it is. I'm not sure I like the format of the live. I like the 72-hole tournaments with the.
And I
different-
got a feeling they'll go back to 72.
Don't they
know.
try to
I think
have
they'll go
everybody
to-
starting at the same time or something on the live or something?
Yeah, it's a shotgun start. Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
don't. That's.
do that.
I mean, I
I
wouldn't
watch
be.
about overtime. See,
If-
the
If
reason
the
they do
PGA
that,
would give out more
and
money,
everybody
then
has.
keep things together the way they were. I guess I'm not usually so reactionary to things, but that is, I just liked golf the way I was watching it. I don't know. Those changes just don't really appeal to me.
Mount St. Joe against Rose Holman Institute. Frank, come join us and talk to us about that game. We need Alan in here talking about it. We had Troy against George Washington last week.
Is that a high school game now?
That's college. He's talking about.
Is it?
But,
I never heard of
but
Mount
we had-
St. Joe and
and Rose Holman
Holman.
Institute. Troy and George Washington took on each other last week, and they played
And that's
1-on-1.
with Institute.
They didn't play 11-on-11. It was Troy against George Washington. We don't know who won that game yet, but we'll see.
I think I might have heard something about that on the game day for a moment, where somebody was talking about the dynasty being over, teams catching up with
Yeah.
Alabama and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course, you got some of these bigger name coaches getting into the SEC now, with like Brian Kelly, and then if now you still got the guy at Mississippi there.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin. They were showing his dog, Juice Kiffin, or something. So this morning,
They usually show his wife. That's all they give a damn about, showing them with him. They don't even give a damn about showing his picture. They would a whole lot rather show her picture before he goes out on the field. She ain't bad to look at. And then say you don't hear him talking about what's his name's wife, the one at A&M.
Fisher.
Yeah, Jimbo Fisher, because his first wife took off and messed around with a football player from Florida and then a golfer from Florida State.
I saw some other.
Was crazy.
I had an email that was projecting where the MLB guys were going to go, that free agents, and it had most of them kind of staying where they were, except for DeGrom going to Texas and Turner going to Philadelphia. It didn't really have anybody going to the Cubs. They had Swanson staying in Atlanta, Judge staying in New York.
Well, we know the lefty out there at L.A. with the Dodgers, he'll stay put. Old guy.
Kershaw,
he'll stay put.
yeah, probably. So.
And Frank Wainscott.
Ted Verlander staying with the Astros.
It could happen too now, especially with what just happened. How about this bullshit, folks? They fired their GM yesterday. You just got done winning the World Series. They have, for the last 2 weeks now, I found out about 5 different instances.
Yeah. A friend of mine told me that they didn't really get along all year.
No,
and he would have got fired anyway if it wasn't for the World Series.
So he was getting fired. Judge won't stay in New York, Robert. I don't think so either. I think he's gone. I definitely think West Coast. Frank has got a computer. Let's catch him at the tailgate. Come on, Frank. Give us an email. I want to see him out. He's in the snow, he said. Tailgating in the snow. That's what I want to catch. I want to catch Frank Wainscott in Ohio in the snow live with us right now. That's what I want to do. It is freezing here in Virginia, folks. It is 23 degrees.
Wow.
You can tell, not really, but it is if we have a tailgating with Frank Wainscott. I'll put a coat on. We have to have hot.
That storm you had yesterday was a doozy.
This Heisman race is heating up. Yeah, somebody's going to win by default. Yeah, Frank, we want you on live, bro. Bob Bryant, I sent you an email. I sent you a invite. Frank, let's see if I got Frank. You know what? I may have Frank's email. Let me see if I got Frank's email. I will send it to him. Then Frank, is leave it on YouTube and go to your email, and then you'll be able to go. But let me check first, see if I got your email. Ha ha ha. I sent him one. Let me send him a second one. Bob Bryant said he's still waiting. All right. Well, I'll send him and Frank Wainscott another one. I can do it. Do it, player. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Sent. All right.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. Frank. Now, Frank, if you come in and join us, leave YouTube altogether. Go to your email on your computer, on your phone, whatever you own right there watching us. Then we can see you
Des
live.
took
We can see you.
TCU.
That'll be
Pat
fun.
Jordan took Texas.
Oh yeah, Jordan went to Texas. He
Yeah.
had to take Texas. Yeah. You know, I'd be kind of like old Lurch, old robot. What's his name? Peyton Manning going to Tennessee saying, "Yeah, I think Tennessee's going to lose." And no,
Mhm.
he ain't doing that. Ain't enough
Against
money in there.
Vanderbilt.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose against
The
Southern.
Commodores are going to run all over them this week.
Yeah, Western Michigan, directional Michigan is gonna beat them.
And Eli would sit there. I'm going to go with the helmet catch.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, yes.
Hey, how guys doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Now,
We're down here in down here in snowy North Carolina.
is it snow down there?
No. It's in the low 60s.
Yeah. We had a lot of rain, but we didn't get flooded. Did you?
Oh no, we had a lot of rain, but I was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Frank's had 3 shots of bourbon to warm up. Hey, Frank, you got 5. You can sit in and drink while you're talking to us. That ain't no problem. Come right on. I sent Frank an invite, so you got the invite. Bob got the invite, so Frank's got it too. Hell yeah! Boom, boom. I love see. He's in Ohio, and let's see. He said it's snowing. Rob, it is snowing. Oh my God! And they're gonna go watch. They're gonna watch Mount St. Joe, which is 9-0, playing Rose Holman Institute.
Rather than thought, here come the Germans with their latest secret weapon.
The Horton Brothers' visionary designs never made it past.
Bob, you got a TV on or something?
Yeah, let me turn it down.
Yeah. That must be like the baddest football game to watch today. Rose Holman Institute against Mount St. Joe. We want to talk to them. We want to talk to a Rose St. Joe or a Rose Holzman or a Mount St. Joe or a Rose Holman Institute player.
King of Omaha.
I attend Rose Holman. I sing like crap. I attend Rose Holman, and I don't give a crap.
You're better with that Uncle song from the Jerry's Uncle.
Oh yeah. Oh, Froggy went to court and he did right. Cramble. Froggy went to court and he did right. Cramble. That's the hard part, nephew.
Bing!
Bing. Oh, Froggy went to court and he did right.
That's where you had to get the new string.
Cramble. Kitty, come over here. I want that. You know I want that whisker. I gotta have it. My strings on my guitar. My guitar. Rose Holman Institute sounds like a prison, Alex says. Frank's warming up outside the prison. Is that a prison? Rose Holman Institute. The prison against the prison guards today. Is that what it is? Got the email, but my phone is about to die. Looking for a charger, but they keep handing me shots. Frank needs to come on live. Frank just needs to grab somebody's phone. It don't matter whose. And just say, I'm going on live with Rob. Kids, Frank, the first time ever being on my channel, be drunk as shit. I'd be all right. I don't care. Would that be something, Bob?
Okay.
Frank, come on here stoned. What's up, Rob? What are you going on for, these boys and girls?
You think that's possible with Anthony?
I don't know. I don't know how much he drinks.
You probably wouldn't be able to tell with him.
He'd probably have to drink a hell of a lot in order not, in order to be able to be real drunk. I have to drink a lot too. six beers, and I can walk across the yard and back straight as everything. Thanksgiving's only 12 days away. You're correct. My mom and dad's anniversary is Thanksgiving. 57 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
57?
57. How about that?
Well, how's he doing nowadays?
Well, we got his bed put up this morning. I was glad of that. We had a hospital bed I went and got yesterday, and it just happened. They asked me if I wanted the mattress. I said, "Nah, I guess so." And I didn't realize Mom was getting a mattress, so worked perfect. So now it's one of those kinds got power on it too and all. So I'm hoping it's all good. I think it is.
Did we
We did
win the Thursday game with Brian, or did we have Atlanta?
We both had the Falcons.
Oh, we both had Falcons.
Yeah, we got the Bucks against the Seahawks, and we got the Steelers versus the Saints. That's the way we can make up 2. But we down 5 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they did college, we'd be butt off. We can't ask them to do that now, though. I like doing the college, though. And Bob, you got 2 points for USC last night. They won. Yeah, actually, you get 3 points because you picked the right team. That's 2. And then the over-under. You got both. Harris, Tim, me, and you. Mike gets 2 for USC. Larry gets 2 for USC. Keith gets 1 for the over. Rose Holman is the MIT of Indiana. I attend Rose Holman. My name is Biff. And I am dating Buffy, and she is pretty miffed.
Miffed?
Because she doesn't want us to lose to those assholes that's across the street, and they don't know what their names are. Yeah. Rose Holman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rose Holman. Yeah, yeah.
This is the
The new
musical
fight-
version of the
new
college
football.
pregame
Rose.
show.
There goes Rose Holman across
Oh,
the
we
street.
got some kickoffs now, but
We're gonna join up in just a second, and I'm gonna start watching. I was hoping to get Frank on. I want to get Frank on here so bad. Frank is sipping away. He's not. The game probably don't start at 8:00 tonight. Rose Holman, 8 inches of snow.
the MIT of Indiana.
I don't miss that snow.
You don't miss that snow, huh? Where did you used to live? Where the
In
snow?
Baltimore?
Oh, okay. You don't miss it at all.
No.
You don't get as much. You still get a little bit, don't you?
Maybe an inch a year.
That ain't too bad, man.
No, and it's
Yeah.
not even one thing. It's maybe a quarter inch here, a quarter inch there.
Yeah. And Harris is missing it. Harris misses it. He's down in Florida and wants to go back up there. Like hell no.
Hell no.
Game time's 1:30, Frank said. All right. We want to talk. We want to find out why Rose Holman is either going to lose and win, and we want to find out why. What's his other team? Mount St. Joe. Mount St. Joe. Why is Mount St. Joe going to win? I want to talk to a representative of both colleges. Frank, who you want to win? Mount St. Joe, that's 9-0. Mount St. Joe, we're 9-0, and you others suck. Mount St. Joe. We got to see who Frank is representing, and then maybe he can call somebody across the sidewalk and be like,
Met a
Hey, do you
hole at Mount St. Joe.
met a hoe at Mount St. Joe. Boy, oh boy, was she ready to go.
Or I saw a whole Mount St. Joe. That's good kick and sacrilegious here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
This Mount Joe.
Yeah.
So what are you guys plans on for the rest of the day? Anything?
Oh, man, I tell you what, I busted ass early this morning. I was up early. Mount St. Joe's son is a sophomore wide receiver. So Frank is at his son's college game. Frank's getting blasted. He won't call it. Sound like a Christmas song. That hoe, she mounted St. Joe. They're 9-0. Rose Holman sucks. Rose Holman sucks. I don't know her personally, but Rose Holman sucks. Oh, me. Anybody in the parking lot of this football stadium, if you can hear me right now, join us.
Holman
I
Rose,
want-
if you said it backwards.
Oh, do what?
Holman Rose, if you just flip it around.
Or Joe St. Mount. St. Joe. Mount St. Joe. Doom, 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 doom. Mount St. Joe. Doom, doom. Smoke on the wall.
E-score. All right.
Frank Wayne.
Did we
Frank
get
Wayne's
serious
got
for a
a
minute?
correct. Frank, can we get serious for a second?
Yeah,
Anybody that's
come on,
right.
quit bringing us down, Frank. Quit bringing us down.
Right, Frank. Frank Wayne's got us loaded and wasted here in this parking lot.
What kind of do?
It's snowing on his head, and he is looking for a computer to go live with Rob. Rose Hallman is 6'3".
Yeah, that's-
How much she weigh though? Rose Hallman is 6'3". 6'3".
Ohio State scored a touchdown.
That won't be the only one today. No,
Oh,
that won't be few and far between, as they say.
Tennessee just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, we all picked them. We just don't need Ohio State
Oh.
to see it.
They're showing the Gibson home run on MLB Network
Oh,
right
the
now.
one, the
Where he
one
played
handed,
1988 World Series. Yeah,
the one-handed home run.
yeah, one hand and no legs.
Yeah, doing this shit all the way around the bases.
Yeah, pumping his fist like.
Oh man, it's funny.
Let's see,
Notre,
Illinois.
Notre Dame is up 7-0 over Navy.
Yep. No surprise there.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be the last score of that game either.
No, probably
No.
not.
What do you think would be the lowest scoring game today, Rob?
Oh, of the ones we did?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd kind of like to say Purdue and Illinois, but man,
Yeah, that game's
Illinois.
on, and where the hell did it go? I thought it was
But I don't know if
on
I guess
ESPN.
the MSJ campus police are cruising the parking lot. Got to go.
Oh, yeah.
They all over him out there. It would have been funny if he could have come on live. All right, Frank, we're around if you want to come on. That'd be the thing. He could get behind getting his car set in there where it's warm and then do it. Yeah, if I'm guessing today, that's a game I think could be the low scoring game. A lot of people say Notre Dame Navy.
Oh, campus police are after Frank.
That's what I just said. Yeah, they cruising the park like he had to go. I said, yeah. Get inside the car, take the keys out of the car, and
Well, you know,
charge your phone and talk to Rob.
here's a clue for Frank. You can't be running around in the parking lot naked. you got to have some
Right.
clothes on.
Right. Naked is one thing, but being at home naked is one thing. Being in a campus, and you're not a student, you're a parent. That
Yeah,
gets you behind the
streaking
bars.
happens at colleges. I understand that, but you can't
Right.
be doing it as part of a tailgate event.
No, unless your name's Don Heston. Yeah, Frank will be serving time in jail, listening to the football game through the bars while his son's catching touchdowns out there in the
Yeah.
middle of the snowfall.
Yeah,
We're giving Frank a hell of a time.
that's why he couldn't come on cam too. You know,
I know. He had the cuffs on. I had the cuffs on me, boys.
well, I mean, things were going so well before Bob got here, and just
Yeah, Bob just blew him all to hell.
bad influence. On
between-
Well,
us.
I guess you want me to leave, huh?
No.
No, he's just talking shit. He's just
I
talking
know.
shit. What it amounts to. Frank is a bad influence, and he's ready to cuss the cops out and drinking, and I don't know if he's farting or not. If he is, that'd be all right too. Drink a little too much alcohol most times causes you to poot a few times. Go out there. I don't know if he's wearing pants or not.
Adults,
I don't
maybe,
know.
but why would it?
We don't. They bet you fart and burp and poop too. But Frank, I'd love to see him with a pair of shorts on, walk around his car and film himself walking through the snow, doing a Ric Flair, go, woo, do like that, and then get back in your car real quick.
Snowball
Into a Ric
fight.
Flair. Yeah,
Start
get a
throwing
snowball fight
snowballs at
before
the
the police
cops.
officer pop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit them with a couple times, and then get back in your car and say, "I didn't see a thing. I didn't see a thing."
Why? Yeah. Why you got snow on your hands there?
What, sir?
I had
I
to
see
wash 'em.
snow. Yeah, I see snow on the bottom of your shoes, sir. Yeah, that was there 30 minutes ago. Throwing out all logic. What's your dream for team playoff? I don't know if I have a dream for.
Something without Alabama in it.
You ain't got to worry about Alabama now. They're out of it.
I guess
think.
Georgia, Michigan, USC.
How
and,
about Ole Miss? You want 10 minutes? You
I don't
give a
really
shit?
care if they're in it.
All right. Well, it won't be
I was
Ohio.
going to try to get from 4 different conferences or something. but,
Yeah, it won't be Ohio State and Ohio State and Michigan. It won't be both of them. Right now,
maybe-
if I had to guess, I'd
maybe
say
TCU or something.
yeah, and then maybe USC.
That's what I said. USC, TCU, Georgia, and Michigan, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Rudy Tooty Booties. Rudy Tooty.
That's throwing out all logic and taking out who deserves to be there and just,
Right.
yeah.
Four
I'll
different
take I'll take Towson State.
Kansas State.
Yeah.
He said Towson State.
Oh, Towson State?
Towson State. That's a university in Baltimore
Maryland.
County.
In
Okay.
Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not very good.
Or, yeah, we could put Liberty in there. We could put Liberty,
Would that be some shit? Is Towson State
Liberty, LSU,
Liberty
Boise
one loss?
State,
And right now they shouldn't be. I mean, I ain't gonna say they shouldn't have been one loss Liberty,
and,
but they shouldn't have lost the way they did lose. They shouldn't have lost that way. They should have lost in overtime. Is Towson State good as Liberty, Bob?
No,
No.
Years ago, they used to be a teaching college,
Oh, okay.
and they were in the basketball tournament several years ago.
Yeah. Baltimore County was too. Remember who Baltimore County beat? UMBC. They beat Virginia.
Virginia.
They beat Virginia. They went down. They went down to Virginia and beat the powerhouse University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Stephen F. Austin, the Millions, the six
Anything
Millions.
notable happen in college basketball last night, guys?
Virginia was losing for a while last night, but I think they come back and won. Who did they play? Pantomime or some bullshit like it?
Yeah.
I mean, you really. I mean, they scraped at the bottom of the damn.
You.
Yeah. Hey, look who Duke played. That was. Oh, what's this?
Wait a minute.
Duke basketball final. Duke basketball final score.
This is yesterday.
University of South Carolina upstate.
Upstate, yeah.
That's upstate South Carolina, boys and girls.
38. 84. Okay.
That was
old-
yesterday?
Yeah. Good old last night. Good old upstate.
Good
South
old
Carolina.
upstate. Okay.
And they won one before that. They lost last night. And then Temple upset Villanova last night.
I don't know if
Villanova
Duke's going to do that well with Coach K now. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Wait till
Oh,
he gets
Kentucky beat
into
Morehead
the big part of the schedule. You know.
Kentucky beat Morehead.
Yeah, they did by 25, 73 to 48.
Oh, Lord. Who's coaching at Les Head State?
Yeah.
You got Morehead than Les Head. Oh, my Lord.
Wow, Michigan beat St. Francis 91 to 36.
What an ass whipping, huh?
Yeah.
College
Nebraska,
football scores
Houston
live.
Christian. Oklahoma or SMU. Indiana beat UMass Lowell 93 to 37. Stanford over Pacific 98.
How about Lynchburg College men?
I'm sorry. I'm
Lynchburg
looking at
College
women's
the other
scores.
Yeah.
I was wondering why South Carolina was ranked number 1, and I was like, wait, they're supposed to be good in women's.
Lynchburg
And
College
that's what I'm looking
men score.
at. Let's see. NCAA basketball scores.
2022 Lynchburg College men score. They get beat out.
Oh, yeah. Duke won 84-38. There we go. I see it. Gonzaga over Michigan State by only 1 point, 64-63.
Boy, it's coming down
Lynchburg.
there in Ohio.
North Carolina scored 102 points over Charleston, but they gave up 86. South Carolina over Clemson 60 to 58. Kentucky over Duquesne 77-52. West Virginia won, Rob. 81-56 over
West
Pittsburgh.
Virginia won.
Wisconsin beat Stanford 60 to 50.
So Gonzaga almost lost. Wouldn't that have been some?
Yeah,
shit?
against Michigan State. Earl Roberts beat John Brown 95 to 62. That was the Allen match there.
or Roberts against Anal who? Anal
No,
George
John
Pike.
Brown.
Anal John Brown. Anal John against Oral Roberts.
Alabama beat Liberty 95-59.
Oh man. Oh my God.
Northwestern beat NIU 63-46.
Yeah, Lynchburg College the other day. They played Georgetown of Kentucky. Not Georgetown up here.
Navy over Princeton by 1, 74.
Georgetown of Kentucky beat Lynchburg 103-58. And I mean, Georgetown of Kentucky is probably have to go find people off the street to play basketball for them. And Lynchburg,
Michigan only beat Eastern Michigan by 5, 88-83.
and Lynchburg lost by 43 to them. Then Pikeville, Kentucky. Lynchburg College had to go to Pikeville and lost
Pikeville?
95. Pikeville, Kentucky. That's one of those metropolitan areas. I'm sure they probably have at least 2 school buses going through that.
Yeah.
Shit,
One's a short one.
Right. Now, probably at least two stoplights in town. 95-57. Boy, oh boy. We haven't been updated yet on Alice Lloyd. They went and played Alice Lloyd. And then Virginia State. We got to find out how they did against Virginia State, and then Carolina University, and then Norfolk State, Campbellsville, Kentucky, Lindsey Wilson. That's one of those up and coming teams. And then Morgan State. That's the 51st state in the country. Morgan State is right between Pennsylvania and
The Morgan State is in Baltimore.
Yeah, but I think Morgan's gonna be a new state, though. They're gonna put it in between. They're gonna put it between New York and Pennsylvania. They're gonna make a strip over and call it Morgan.
Well, Wagner plays LaSalle today.
Oh boy, the Power Painters against the Power Painters in motion. Yeah, Regent Catholic. Oh my Lord, not just Regent, but Regent Catholic.
Wofford against High Point.
The Woofers, the dogs.
Yep.
The Woofers.
That's down here in the Carolinas.
Wofford is, yeah, he done. And then High Point.
Camp Harrodsburg against Lipscomb.
You don't
Incarnate
even
Word against UNLV.
Incarnate Word.
Yeah, they're playing UNLV.
Incarnate Word at halftime. Do not forget the Scrabble match.
Mass Liberal Arts against Dartmouth.
Ohio State's up 14-0 already. Harris is well on his way to covering the 41, it looks like.
Awesome.
Incarnate Word, though. Do not forget at halftime, folks, your Scrabble cards are at the counter. They're $1.50 each.
St. Catherine against Southern Utah.
St. Catherine. She's not. Wait till you get her around Utah, where you have 10 wives. St. Catherine's not going to be a saint very long out there. How many times was Catherine married? We don't really know.
Arkansas is up 3-0 on LSU.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that's worth.
Arkansas.
Early yet.
Arkansas getting the job done, as they say.
Yeah. Illinois leads Purdue 7-0. They might be righting the ship there.
Yeah. They already covered in. They already covered.
Vanderbilt leads Kentucky 7-6.
Saint, what was her name just now? You were talking about Saint who? It won't
Catherine.
Margaret.
St. Catherine.
St. Catherine. She's a 500-pound hippo.
Ooh, Pittsburgh's up on Virginia 21-0. 4:37 to go.
And they're in Virginia. They're playing in Virginia, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21-0. Diaz whipping zone. We didn't take that game.
Wow.
It's gonna be some good ones today. St. Catherine, if she ends up going to Utah long, she will not be a saint.
Oh.
I'm gonna go in here and watch some football.
I think LSU just turned the ball over at their own 11-yard line.
LSU is they got Butterfingers today. Arkansas. Bob and Mike took Arkansas.
Unless they say that was an incomplete pass, but it went backwards, kind of. But that might have been.
If If it went backwards from where his back foot is.
Where's the missus today?
She's back in the other room watching food. Yeah, she's watching Food Network, hoping I don't get off here for a while. So she.
Oh no, it was a fumble. It got stripped out.
Oh,
He was trying to run forward.
Might go out here and grab me something to eat. I ain't eaten nothing since early this morning. I don't know what I want to eat though.
500. Who's a 500-pound hippo?
Saint
Catherine?
Mark, Saint Catherine. Yeah.
Golly, that's wrong. Probably a good lineman. You could box out with someone like that.
Maybe Saint Catherine. Maybe Saint Catherine is a lineman. She wants to play with the boys.
But she can dunk.
She can dunk it.
But she puts a hole in the floor when she lands. She creates a low spot.
So the only thing she can dunk is
So much vibration in the wood that everybody falls down.
the only thing she can dunk is a donut in a coffee mug.
5 foot tall, 500 pounds.
Oh my goodness. All right, somebody's at my door. I got to go answer the door. We'll talk to y'all a little while later.
Somebody that couldn't fall down because you'd have too much pulling you up.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.
We'll talk to you.
Maybe it's Harris with a delivery.
Bob, see you later. Rob, see you later.